They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Look at them, how to make it in America. Real day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs, it was hard for us. Me and sis made it out, now she proud of us. They didn't teach me how to rap in those private schools. Wasn't like my rich friends, had a lot to lose. Less money, less options, lot of rules. So when that first deal came, it was opportune. And Shorty got potential.
Well, to no one's surprise, Coach, it is a snowy afternoon in upstate New York as you get a peek at New Era Field in Orchard Park. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Buffalo Bills. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now Carr throwing on second down. Goes underneath for Bell. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And that's going to lead to a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. Now Carr. Cooper's got it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. So opening drive, third down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on third down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Carr to throw on second down. And the catch made here by Sharon Peak. 30, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. Great patience in the pocket. Of course, it's easy to be patient when the protection's good, and it was.
Yeah, you got to pat those guys on the helmet and say thanks because they gave him plenty of time to stay back there, survey the field, go through the reads that he wanted to, and deliver the ball accurately. That was really well executed.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Over. Watch him now, Barney.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Leopard.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now they try the right side here. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So first and second down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Back there in that Philly. Here we go. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions and not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now Marshall. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. And there on the tackle, Shaq Lawson.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. A Raider first down as Carr finds Cooper.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Express! Go, go. Get set, get set.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Marshall. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
This offense bent the defense in their long drive downfield, but once they got within sight of the goal line, the defense went to don't break mode and is stiffened.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drive's... Coach is insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Leopard! Leopard! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Over!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to sling this. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. J.J. Nelson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
We're due. 7:34.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. How about that for a little jolt right before intermission?
You talk about taking momentum into the half with you, and so many teams have an emphasis on trying to score in the last 2 minutes of a half. To carry that with them, it's not often talked about scoring on defense, though. That's extra mode.
And now they may take the lead into the locker room as well. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? On play action, now Carr. He's going to float this one deep right side into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued. Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Detroit! Detroit!
So after the INT, it's Allen. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
And to give this time to the tailback. And he spins past him and into space. That one good for 33 and a first.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach, because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Raiders have recovered. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Low, low, low. 24. Go, go. Get set, get set.
So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10.
7:34.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Green 39! Green 39! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
On first down, Allen lets it go for Nelson. And this will be caught at the 30. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down, J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And now it's second down. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the second up in Seattle. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory. Down at the 33.
Hurry up. Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Lets it go for Nelson. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. J.J. Nelson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills will extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been. He had taken a knee as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A really nice gain of 25 yards. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
Now, I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. On second down, here's Taylor. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. Well, they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
4 down. Check. Watch him now, Barney.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Set. 3-19. Gun. No. Check. Patriot. Check. I got it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Set! 319! 319!
Now a handoff looking right. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And now they'll throw with Allen. They'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. And maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here. Now Allen. Buying time to his left. That is incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Jordan Jenkins in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the gun, it's Taylor. And that'll be incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Third and long, it's Taylor. Over the middle, complete. That's Bailey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Taylor. Throw left side complete. It's Hodges. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down with Taylor. Caught here by Bell. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Slow.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
To throw is Taylor. And this is caught by Cooper for a Raider touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. The extra point up and good. And that will get them one closer. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Leopard! Check 50. All right, now, lucky 56. No. Check, Patriot!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Hey, we got 3. Set! Green 39!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards.
right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up second down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Ready? Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Hot!
On second down, here's Allen. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Mario Edwards in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
319! 319! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
On second down, Taylor rolling to his left. Shedding through the defense. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to do what we call flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Now Taylor on first down. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Taylor now to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hodges. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Throwing now, Taylor on first down. Now a desperation. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off down near the 5. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
319! 319!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 4, check 4.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's a gain of 4, and that should just about seal the deal.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And they'll run it here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It'll be a gain of 11, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. The Bills on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Only 3 there on the pickup, but